All right, welcome to our keyword research section of Free Advertising Forever or Search Engine Optimization. This is a very simple section, but it is going to take some time. Now, good keyword research will probably take you anywhere from maybe a half an hour to an hour, all the way up to a day or two. Okay, and what do I mean by that, or why do I say that? Well, sometimes we settle for spending 10 minutes or 5 minutes finding a keyword and then just kind of going with it, but we're going to be literally spending hours upon hours making this campaign and building out this campaign, that you really don't want to shortcut your keyword research, because if you mess this up or if you kind of shortcut it, you're potentially going to be advertising in a keyword or in an area where you can't actually generate a significant amount of traffic. For instance, you may be using a keyword that nobody ever looks for, or you may be using a keyword that's so heavily searched that the competition is absolutely just going to destroy you, because they spend way more time and way more effort than you ever will to be able to get ranked in the search engine. So our, kind of what we're going to be doing with our keyword research is, number one, finding something, a keyword or a word that's relevant to your market. And what do I mean by keyword? Well, it's simply just a word that people type into Google or Yahoo when they do a search, okay? And I'm just going to bring up, I'll just bring up a Google page here, okay? And so this is essentially when somebody comes to a search engine and types in make money from home, okay, or business opportunity or whatever. This is what I mean by a keyword, okay? And it can be a one-word keyword, 2, 3, 4, can be 6 words, all put together. But essentially that is what a keyword is, all right? It can be business opportunities, all right? It really doesn't matter it does matter what keyword you pick, but I mean, people are going to search for all kinds of different things, okay? And that's essentially what I mean by a keyword, is when they type it in, they click search and they find something, all right? So let's just type in make money on Google, all right? 100 ways, and this stuff comes up, all right? So there's some sponsored links. These are, again, the pay-per-clicks, and these things came up for make money, all right? Why did they come up, all right? Well, it's because obviously out of the 900 million results, Google thinks that these are the most important websites, okay, about that search topic, all right? And we're going to show you how to get into some of those spots. So basically, doing our keyword research, we're going to first want to find a keyword that's relevant to your market. So this is going to take a little bit of time and energy, all right, for you to determine what keywords are best. And a lot of times we think of the keywords like home business or make money at home and stuff like that. But I'm going to show you something. Now, we're going to go into a tool that Google has. And I'm going to show you, I'll show you how to get there. You just simply go to Google and type in Google Keyword Tool. Alright, Google Keyword Tool. I'm not going to give you a direct link because it's a bunch of gobbledygook. You can see it actually right here if you want to pause the video and write that out and type it in directly into your address bar. But if you type in Google Keyword Tool, you'll find it. All right, it's Keyword Tool, Google AdWords, Online Advertising, Google. AdWords.google.com/select/Keyword Tool External. All right, so I'm going to click on there. And essentially what this tool is it's Google's free application, so you don't have to pay for this. I know there's lots of kind of paid keyword research tools and SEO tools and all kinds of things like that out there. But this is essentially just a free tool that Google allows us to use. All right. Now, essentially, all we're going to do is we're just going to type in our keywords. All right. Home business could be a keyword, for instance, and we're going to click on search. All right. Now, here's kind of what we're looking for. Just give it a minute here to load. Okay, now here's what happens when you type in the keyword or phrase. It's going to actually come up with the keyword home business, and it's going to show you how many monthly searches there are. Okay, 1.8 million monthly searches. Okay, it's also going to show you a little graph on the competition, all right, for that keyword. Okay, if lots of people are competing on that keyword in Google AdWords. Now this isn't the SEO stuff, this isn't really what we're talking about, but normally if you find high competition for a keyword in Google AdWords, it's normally going to be highly competitive for the organic listings that we're going after as well, for the regular listings. Okay, so this is the pay-per-click competition, but it's going to be pretty similar to the SEO competition, or what we're going after anyway. Now here's the problem with a word like home business. Okay, 1.8 million monthly searches. That means that almost 2 million people search for this term every single month. And you may think, wow, that's great. I can get a lot of that traffic. Like, think of how much traffic. If 1.8 million people came to my website, I'd be rich. Okay, yeah, that's true. If that many people came to your website, but the problem with that is that it's so competitive. There's literally companies and people with employees and staffs and outsourced workers that are all competing for the top spot for home business. So let's just go to home business, back to Google here, type in home business. All right, you know, these positions here, this home job site and homebusiness.com, I mean, these people have literally been working on their websites and their SEO advertising for years. Okay, probably 2-3 years. They don't just get up here by accident. Okay, the accidents are the pay-per-clicks. All right, and if you go through the pay-per-click training, I'll show you how to get up there within, you know, about 10 seconds, okay, or a day. It'll cost you money. It'll cost you a lot to get up in the top here, but you know, obviously you can get listed. But here, I mean, this is free. Think about this, and this is something that you really need to understand, is that these guys are paying every time someone visits their website. And with 1.8 million searches, okay, they can only be displayed so many times before these guys run out of money. But 1.8 million searches for home business, this guy shows up every single time for free. And people can click on his link for free and this link for free. All right, so out of 1.8 million searches, think of how much traffic is going to these spots. And you know, based on the numbers that I know anyway from you know, reading different SEO books and getting into this, the top website, now this is going to change. Sometimes they'll jockey for position. One will get ahead of the other, or this one will move up and this one will move down. But whoever's in this top spot normally gets about 42% of the traffic that does a search on the keyword. All right, this spot will normally get about 42% of that keyword's traffic. So remember, we, you know, 1.8 million searches monthly. Okay, what's 40% of that? 800,000. This site literally could get 800,000 searches a month. Okay, this site here, the second spot normally gets somewhere around 12%. Third spot normally gets 8%. Fourth, 6%, 5%, usually gets 5%. Sixth spot might get 4%, and the seventh spot 3%, and then basically the rest is distributed to all the other sites. All right. So I mean, our goal really is to get in the top, you know, 1 to 5, because then we're capturing at least 5% or more of the traffic that's coming on a certain keyword. Again, this would be lovely. This would be spectacular to get in that. But look, you're competing with 2.4 billion websites that are relevant to home business. All right, so that's absolutely ridiculous. There's you know, we're talking, you can do it, but you better be committed for the next probably 3 to 4 years working at getting in this top spot. You'll be rich when you get there because you'll be getting so much traffic you won't even know what to do with it. But again, I mean, literally that's a full-time job for a company over years, not just one person doing it part-time, an hour a week. All right, so just understand that. So now what does that mean for us? Well, we just have to simply look for search terms with a smaller monthly volume. All right, and normally I like to search for terms with a volume of 70,000 to 200,000-300,000. All right, if you can find a search term somewhere between 70 to 300,000, all right, you're doing well. Okay, that's kind of what we want, because in my experience, that's kind of a sweet spot when it comes to marketing. We have enough traffic where we can still get a significant amount of people coming to our website, but we're not, fighting with the big boys for the traffic. All right, so essentially what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of go down here and we're going to look for different keywords, all right, that are, I should probably just expand this out, see if that'll shorten them up. No, didn't do that. So we're looking for keywords that are relevant to what we're trying to do, but at the same time, maybe 70 to 300,000. There's a lot here. These are pretty competitive keywords. Again, you can kind of see the little bar there. They're fairly competitive. Now, I mean, ultimately, and this is why it might take you half an hour, 2 hours, or longer to find a good keyword that you want to compete with, is we're trying to find a keyword that doesn't necessarily have as much competition. So, I mean, if you really want to find a diamond in the rough here, if you can find a keyword with 70,000 or more monthly searches, all the way up to maybe 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, with very, very little competition, okay? And you can find the competition two ways. Normally this will tell you based on the AdWords, but that's not always a very great place. You just click on the link and it'll bring up the home-based business. It'll actually show you how many websites there are, okay, how many results there are. Now again, the lower number of results you have here, the better. This one again is 600 million results for start a home-based business. So this is going to be tough. It's going to be really tough to get into, here. So essentially what we're going to do is just continue searching, search until we find, keywords with a lot less results. All right, a smaller amount of websites that are on there, but lots of searches. Okay, over 70,000 searches. And like I said, it's not hard, it's not easy. Okay, you're going to have to go through, and it'll probably not be any of these ones, any of these home business ones. That's going to be tough to find something like that. Maybe we have to look up something a little more obscure. Let's try, and again, I mean, I'm not necessarily going to find something and publish it on this video. It could take me, 5 days to find a great new keyword for you. You've got to do the work. You've got to find some keywords here that you want to go after. Okay, so I fiddled around a little bit. Here's what I've come up with that I'm going to target. I found online home business. Now this is going to be a fairly competitive keyword, and you probably don't want to use it. It's literally going to take probably 2 years, 3 years to get into the top page of Google. But for this example, I'm going to use it. We can't wait 3 days for me to come up with a keyword. These videos are going to be very, very long. And it's got 100,000 monthly searches, which is good. It falls well within our range. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to highlight this. All right, and again, like I said, you could take a little bit longer to do your keyword research. It's up to you. I'm going to simply put it into a notepad. All right. Now, what else I'm going to do is I'm going to now go to up to the top in Google, and I'm going to type in my keyword or phrase, which is online home business. I'm going to hit search again. And what that's going to do is it's going to update it so that it's going to find relevant keywords to online home business. Now that I've found my keyword is good, it's got a search volume between 70 to 300,000. You can go outside of this range, but try not to stray too far, because if you get too low, if you get into a search volume monthly of like 2,000, 5,000, things like that, the volume of traffic really won't be there. So you'll be vying for traffic. It won't be as competitive. You'll be able to get higher in the search engine faster, but you really won't get a lot of traffic. So you won't get a lot of hits to your website, and you won't get a lot of sales. All right, so really doesn't necessarily make sense to go after those very low search volume keywords, in my opinion. But if you can stay up in somewhere around there, it's going to take some work definitely, but you're going to be able to generate some good quality traffic. So the next thing we're going to do is keyword variations. We're going to go and we're going to get 5 to 7 variations of this keyword. And again, our variations, we want to try to target them between 70 to 300,000 as well. So let's go back to Google. Now it's got our online home business with our 100,000 searches there. So let's just scroll down and let's find some related keywords. So there's one right there, internet home-based business. All right, that one looks good. It's got it's a little bit different. We may want to pick something different, but that one's good. Online home-based business, I like that one. Okay, so essentially we're going to pick some of these. Home-based business. And again, just making sure that the search volume is within kind of the range that we're looking for. Home-based business ideas. Home-based business, that one's going to be very competitive. Best home-based business, same thing. Home-based business opportunity. Work at home. That one's too low. Internet home business. Best online home business, that's a pretty good one. Like that one, fits in good. Online home business, gets lots of searches. Okay, 100,000 searches. And now we're getting into some pretty low ones. Start a home-based business online. Let me use that one too. Okay, and then essentially what we've got now is we've got our main keyword, right, our online home business keyword, and we've got 5 variations of that keyword, okay, related to online home business. And once we have that, we're basically done our keyword research. We've completed what we want to do, and normally, I normally grab 10 or 12 variations and then break it down to maybe my top 5 to 7 that I like that are very related to online home business and will make sense when I'm kind of talking about the same thing. So all of these look pretty good. I can use these in my different articles and videos and stuff like that. So we're going to take those. And that's basically it for the keyword research. Some of the videos that we've included in this section go through some different ideas in terms of keyword research. Feel free to watch either the pay-per-click or some of the other videos we have on keyword research. But the keys really come back to making sure you're finding a main keyword that has a good search volume, and then keyword variations that also have good search volume. Okay, 70,000 to 300 is kind of the sweet spot. Even a little bit less than 300,000, you'll get, you'll still get a significant amount of traffic if you're in the 100, 200,000 range, but you won't have to worry as much about, so much competition. Normally, for most of these keywords, you're going to find a lot of competition. Like there's a billion sites that are kind of related to. Most of them just have home-based business in them, probably this part of the keyword. Okay. If we actually put quotations on here, you'll be able to see the sites that actually have this keyword, only 5,000. So that's a pretty good one. Okay, and that's a good way just to see the number of sites. All right, that have that specific keyword attached to it. What were our other ones we have here? Online home-based business. Let's just look up that one. See how many sites we got there. Search. 174,000, so a lot more for that. And that's just because it's a shorter keyword, more popular, obviously. Okay, so you can always check to see the number of results you get for a specific keyword just by putting quotations around the keyword when you do your search, and it'll tell you the specific the specific ones. The main one we've got, online home business. You can check that one as well. 300,000, so that's not too bad. It's a big stretch from the home business one, which has 11 million here related. All right, and probably business is the one I think that we're getting the billions, right? 3 billion. Okay, so that's a simple way just to check and see how much competition you really have for those keywords. But we've completed our keyword research. I've picked the keywords that I'm going to use. I'm just going to save that little notepad file. Very simple. We haven't done anything yet, I don't think, that anybody can't do. So you can go ahead now and you can start doing some keyword research. Find some keywords that are both relevant to your business or to our industry that you want to target, and also find ones that have a significant amount of traffic that you can start competing for. So that's it for our keyword research section, and we'll see you in the next video.